Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your homeboy E Short hanging out in his man room once again for the ENL Sports Talk Show. Got my homeboy here, Les Miller. What's going on, Les?
Yo, what's up, E? Yo,
Yeah,
we got an
I'm
honored
good, man.
guest,
We haven't had a
man.
show in a while, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. We got an honored guest, man, brother Todd, man. Shit.
Yes, sir. We got here Sheepshead Bay and Long Island University Blackbird legend Todd Pearson in the house today. What's going on, Todd?
Hey, good afternoon, brothers. How y'all doing?
Good,
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 good.
good.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
tell everybody about Todd Pearson, bro.
A little bit about Todd Pearson. And it's Person, not Pearson. All right.
Oh, there you go, person.
And
I got you.
can I say one thing though? And you're
Yeah.
right though, because all these years I was saying Pearson, and
Right.
then I looked and said, oh, it says person. It's not Pearson. Yes. So you're
Right.
right, brother. We're talking about the fucking 80s, man. And
I
we was
know. I
Pearson,
know.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my bad, my bad, my bad.
No. I was talking to somebody, right, and they was like, Person is. I said no, because my cousins were Chuck Person from Auburn.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, Chuck Person and his brother who played in the NBA.
right.
Those were
Okay.
my those were my father's side persons. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
So
right. So let's get back to introducing you. Let's go, brother.
yeah, so I was born in Brooklyn actually, and raised out in first was Brownsville up on the hill on Park Place in Saratoga, and then from there we moved out to Coney Island, Marlboro Project,
Okay.
and I lived out there from the year like 70, 73, 74, up
Mm-hmm.
until I went to school, and I was raised out there. It was a great neighborhood. Everybody was friendly. Everybody was family. When I was out there, it changed over the years, but when I was out there, it was mostly family. I started playing ball in the park, and I wasn't really an avid ball player. I was kind of like shy away from ball because I didn't think it was my game. But my father used to bring all of us out. My brother, my two brothers, and me. We used to go out there like 3 in the morning shooting jump shots, man. You know,
Okay.
that's what my father did. He used to bring us out there, and the thing about it is, I didn't mind. My other brother, not Butch, but my other one, he didn't like ball at all. But he hated to go out there. But I really didn't mind. It was, to me, it became like a second nature, and I loved it. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, well, my brother, he was pretty good, so he actually took me under his wing. His name is Butch Person, and he
Yes,
took
sir.
me under his late great Butch Person. God rest his soul. Yeah,
yes,
and he
sir.
took me under his wing, man. And by the time I went to Lafayette, and then actually Butch introduced me to Jeff Thomas, who went to Sheepshead Bay, and
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Thomas, got me to transfer to Sheepshead Bay. And the
Oh.
year I got there, he was leaving, but I guess he wanted a legacy there, So I
Mm-hmm.
went there, and that's where I played my high school ball at Sheepshead Bay. And kind of like I was sleeping, I was a sleeper. Nobody expected me to do anything, and I became pretty good at it. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, from Sheepshead Bay, after my couple of years, I went to Gloucester County, which is in South Jersey, and we was ranked in the top 5 each of my 2 years there. We went to Kansas one year to the National JUCO Championship, and then from there, LIU came to see me, and that's how I arrived at LIU, man. My junior year. Yeah, a little bit
I thought
about
you
it.
got to LIU via the train, though.
No, yeah. After I transferred from JUCO, after JUCO, then I took the train because I didn't stay on campus. You're right.
Yeah, man, and that's a funny thing, man, because I was actually thinking about this, Todd. I was like, nobody in that coaching staff mentioned anybody that was being recruited, at least not to me. There was never any, and I don't think, and it wasn't even done in a public manner, like on, in the gym, like at practice, saying like we're recruiting X from here and so on. So we never
Mhm.
knew who was going to pop up, on
Wow,
campus the next year.
wow,
Never
wow.
knew, man.
Wow.
You know,
I didn't know that. I
it's like
thought you guys
every year you get a care package, you know.
I thought you guys knew what was coming in or who was coming in.
I had no idea whatsoever. And I was kind of surprised because we were also expecting, at least I was also expecting more people to want to come back and transfer to be able to play right away. Not guys like the way you did, like you came and you played right away. There was a lot of guys that were there when you got there that were sitting out. Am I right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But as far as playing is concerned, it was never like, you know, we're gonna have these two guys are coming from this JUCO or we're recruiting this guy from AHAM or whatever. That never really happened, you know. So it's kind of surprising to me, man. So how would you say the career worked out, man, at LIU?
It's a funny thing, man. You know, my time at LIU, I mean, I enjoyed the fellas because everybody was from the city. Everybody was, you know, from the inner city. So it's like we got along because everybody was from the inner city, you know, right. And me coming in as an outsider, but you know, like I said, my brother knew Earl, he knew you know what I'm saying? He knew Riley, he knew Rudy, him and Rudy was best friends, you know, so everybody accepted me when I got there, you know, on the strength of my brother, you know, and my time there, I loved my time there, man, you know, and one of my best friends, you know, as you know, was Robert Cole.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
We was really tight, me and him. We became really tight, you know. And
yeah, we still talk to this day, man.
oh boy, can he talk? I know. Yeah, he can talk.
Yeah,
he talk
him and I get together, man. Like that less, it's like we're on the phone for 2 hours just talking about b-ball, man. It's crazy.
Easy 2 hours.
Yeah, and I be loving it, man. He's loving it. I'm loving it, man. You know. But those are some good days, man, you know. And so what happened thereafter, after LIU situation, how things turned out?
After LIU, what I became was a summer league legend. You know, okay. I actually started at because I never played summer league. We called it Crosstown from Coney Island. You know, that's what we called Crosstown. And I've never actually played until Soul in the Hole. I think that was my first summer league tournament, Soul in the Hole. Okay. And that particular year, we actually went to the championship 4 years in a row at Soul in the Hole. We only won it once, but we went 4 years. And the year we won it.
What team was that?
I was 82, 83.
No, but what was the name of your team then?
Oh, Brooklyn Flames.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn Flames. Coached by this white guy from Bensonhurst, Gerard Papa.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, my brother and Steve Niles put the team together.
Okay.
That's how we got the team. We had one year we had Pearl Washington, Phil Foreman. We had a bunch of legends on our team. Mike Niles, Steve Niles, my brother, a guy named Wayne. And then all the guys, that year, I won MVP in that league. And that was actually my coming out party. And that's how I began to realize how good I was. I never thought I was good, man. I was just a basic fundamental player. I did the things to win, you know? That's what I did. And that particular year was my coming out party. I happened to win MVP in there. And then I played in that same year, I played in Tillery with Kelvin Hicks, Earl Fuller, my brother, and I took MVP in there that year. Two tournaments that year. I won MVP. And
that was a tough crew to be able to do that with, man.
I'm telling you, for real.
Exactly. I had all these names, you know, on my team. And but you know, it was a good thing because they slept on me.
Right.
You know, I wasn't a major name, so I wasn't a big factor.
I mean, don't put it on that, man. No. I'm
not saying it was only that, E, but
you was on that list, bro.
They took the pressure off of me, E.
Yeah. Definitely. You know? But I'm saying, but you was a sleeper. But yo, man, I played in practice against you a lot. That's a lie, man. You was doing people, man. That's normal for you.
I became that. I'm telling you, E, I became that, man. It was just like I just became that type of guy where I'm just gonna whatever name my game went up when a name was on the court.
Mm.
You know, and my game went up because I knew I had to play at a high level. And that's exactly what I did, man. And that's how I became Brooklyn, man. And that's why everybody knows me, Todd, you know.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man,
And
I know that you know, you and Todd was real tight, man, and you know, I respected and enjoyed the times that we had together, man, because we had a bomb squad. You know,
again with the Courtsmen, yeah.
Portsmouth, we was playing with Ted Jones, man. You know,
Yes.
and I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason why we didn't win that championship in Puerto Rico was because Big Jim Bossick didn't go. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
Bossick
Jim
was on
Bossick
our
didn't go.
team, but he didn't go. We won a championship in the pro-am uptown, so we got to go to play in the championship over there. And I think we hung out a little bit too much.
I think so too, man. I think so too.
We was hanging out on the beach, man, drinking pina coladas and whatever, and you know, and
But I learned a lot from playing with you guys, man, in the pro-am. That was actually my first pro-am, man, and it was surprised me that Ted gave me so much run, man. You know?
Yeah. Yo, we had a bomb squad though, man. You think about the guys on our team, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We had Fred Oglesby, we had Jim Bostic, we had you, we had your brother, we had Todd. Come on, man. It was like, woo. What was my man's name? He was in the backcourt with Fred Oglesby. Oh man.
I can't remember his name.
See, you know.
We had Kurt Joseph too.
Yeah, right. We had
Kurt's
Joseph.
tough, man. Yeah,
right.
Fred is tough.
Joseph.
Fred was tough, man. You know,
Kurt, yo, any team that was on Kurt, it seemed like I always won.
yeah, and Fred was nice too, man. Fred
Oglesby, yeah.
Yeah.
They were all, you know what? We were all hard-nosed players. You know, we played both ends of the court, defense and offense. Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason why I was on that team was because of Jim Bostic, right?
Oh, really?
So you're right. We were playing in the pro-am, right? And probably the year before that, and I was playing with the Flappers team. So me and my boy, Big Don McAllister, rest in peace. We were doing the Brooklyn Crunch on him, you know, and he was like, "Yo." At the end of the game, man, and we lost. We lost the game. But he told Ted, he said, "Hey, man, get that guy right there." I know Ted is calling me, and he's like, "Yo, man, Jim wants you to play with us, man." And next thing you know, I'm playing in the gym, in the Bostic tournament upstate, whatever. And then we played in the pro-am again, you know, and we were playing together. But that's how I started playing with them. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think Kurt Joseph got my brother and me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I think we got on there with Kurt. With Kurt.
But you know, I was just a big man for hire back in the day, man.
You would go anywhere, huh? You would go anywhere.
I was like a hoe, man. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm down. If y'all want,
get less on the phone, get less on the horn, man. You know, our secret weapon. This is a secret weapon. They had to break over the bottle in order to get that code, you know, get in touch with Les.
But I remember, you know, who talked about you a lot when he played. Did you know Kelvin Hicks?
Of course. That's my dude, man.
Yeah. I remember him talking your name up a few times back then.
Yeah, man. They go way back. They go way back.
Okay.
They go back to 71.
Yeah,
right,
man.
71.
In church leagues, man.
Busting his ass.
What CYO?
Yeah, but he got double teamed though, because it was me and Les on his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The funny thing is that as much as I love Cal, right? He was at Grace Reform. We was at Lennox Road. It was the YMCA league, right? But I guess he was tired of losing. So next thing you know, he came over to play with us. And we were teammates. And then all the guys from Lefferts Park started playing with us in the next row. You know,
Right.
I think 12B might have been the first one that came over, and then
Right.
Kelvin Hicks came over, and then all of my guys came over, man, and then we was all just like brothers. You know.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because we're all Flatbush guys, man.
Yeah.
All of y'all,
Yeah.
all of you guys are Flatbush. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, tell him, Les. Tell him, Les. Tell him about the Erasmus possibilities.
Yo, and the whole thing is that okay, all of us was in Flatbush. So me, Eric, Riley, Kelvin, who else?
Andre Gaddy
Andre Gaddy
and Felix.
and Felix would have been all at Rasmus.
That would have been the bomb squad right there, man.
Yeah, we would have all been we're in the same year.
Same year.
77 graduates. We were all
I mean, we'd have been 4
1977.
years.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. Why y'all never went there, though? What happened?
I went to Brooklyn Tech. Eric sold out and went to Midwood.
I got recruited. No, I got recruited. recruited.
How do you
He
get
sold
recruited as a fucking junior high school guy? Come on.
He sold. Yo, Les. He sold out, Les. He sold out.
Yeah. But on the real side, Todd, yo, he was ahead of his game back then. He was ahead of his time back then, man.
I heard, man.
He was so much better than most of us, man. That it was like, come on, man. I understand. You know, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was recruited, man. But Calvin and Les were both at Tech.
Yeah. They both went to Tech.
And how many total years did both of y'all play there?
We never played at Tech together.
Never?
No. Okay, so Kelvin's a year ahead of me, right?
Right.
So we every year I'm playing at Lennox Road Baptist Church, and they're asking me for my identification because they're like, I know you got to be playing high school. You couldn't play high school and in the league. And I had to show them. So one year, Kelvin comes over, and Mr. Williams says, where do you go to school? He said, Brooklyn Tech. I looked at him and said, Kel, you go to Brooklyn Tech? I never seen you there. I never saw him at Brooklyn Tech. The next thing you know, we're playing together at Lennox Road. So this must have been 1970.
76.
No, 72. 72 because okay. we were still in high school, but we weren't playing. So maybe 73 because next year he played. You know what I mean? He made the team the next year, but we played together 1 year at Lennox Road. Okay. And I played again. I didn't play until my senior year at Tech. You know, and that's crazy because that's one of those what ifs.
Yeah.
You know, what if me, him, and all the other guys would have been playing together at Brooklyn Tech?
Right. And but the funny thing of, you know, is that the story goes kind of deeper than that, though, Todd. It's like that happening, the possibility of all of us have ever been in an Erasmus, but then boom, me and Riley end up back together at LIU. And they almost got this guy to come there. You ain't know that.
Back to LIU. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, when we were juniors, that's when they were trying to get him over there, you know. Yeah. And people were telling me Lizzo and them were like so open to anybody to walk into his office and say, I want to transfer. Shoot, your brother could have done that. You know what I'm saying? Albert King could have walked in and said, I want to transfer back, you know. It was just an open door policy, you know, for him. So and so he made like crack decisions, but they would have taken less in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah. And that's because of George Merton. George Merton, because I was unhappy at Hartwick my first year. You know, I was 18 grades behind, and I was like, man, I said, look, I went to Brooklyn Tech, man. I'm not stupid. You know, and I'm like, I'm starting at center my freshman year, and I'm like, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be, you know. And then George said, look, you can come back to LIU, have an apartment downtown. You gotta sit out a year. I'm like, okay. I told my father, and he says, if you want to do it, I'll back you. But you know what? If you run, you may always run, son. And that's the day I became a man because I said, nah, I'm going to stay up here. Because could you imagine me 18 credits behind, I'm downtown Brooklyn in my own apartment, doing the same shit I was doing up at Hartwick. Come on, man. But now I'm in my hood.
But could you imagine? But could you imagine? It would have been like us three: Riley, Smooth, Rudy, Earl,
Rudy.
Jeff, Gerard. I mean, we real. I mean, but still, I look at the situations and say we would have made it work. But I'm
But you
just
got to
saying. But I
realize,
understand your point, Les. You know.
you
Yeah.
got to realize, I didn't play with Rudy. Rudy left the year I came.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think what messed it up, I'm gonna truly go on my own because my basketball mind, what messed it up that year
Mm-hmm.
is Lizzo didn't want to play Eric the way he played him the year before.
Mm.
That's what I think messed it up. In my own opinion,
Mm-hmm.
that's what messed up our team because y'all had a nucleus that played together that year with Rudy.
Right.
And then the next year, Lizzo started playing lineup juggling.
Mm-hmm.
And E, he should have been playing E more on the wing than he did. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if E can go into that, elaborate on how you felt about that, but that's what I seen coming in.
Well, the scary part for me, well, not scary, but just the change that occurred was the first year I came there, Rudy and Earl were redshirting, and Rudy was redshirting for half a year. And there was Bobby Hunter, who was a senior, who was small and he couldn't hang. So me and Smooth started in the backcourt until Bobby came back and he started brokering, play me, I'm a senior mentality. So when I said a coach had an open door policy, people could come into the office and influence Lizzo to do whatever they wanted him to do. I never went to see him. I'm God's honest truth, Todd. I never went in there and said, play Todd over, Rob or Earl. I'm not going to do that, man. I don't care. But I just figured he should do the right thing. And I felt uncomfortable. And I know Jeff felt uncomfortable too. Jeff was playing guys that were 6'9". Right? Am I right? Jeff was playing against guys that were 6'9". Russ was playing against guys that were 6'9". You were. We were playing guys that were much bigger than us because we're playing in the forward slot.
Right.
And that hurt all of us, man. It really did, man. Every single, I mean, as our individual input into the team, we all got hurt because we were playing out of position. You can only do but so much after a while, about the way that you play to fit that situation, and then you're going to get pulled and you don't get playing time. You and I playing the same position.
Right.
Quite honestly, man, we could have been at odds with each other, saying, damn, why Todd playing? Damn, why E getting that playing time?
Right.
But
neither one of us was that type of person.
Right. But you want to know something? But we this is the real funny thing. Me, you, Jeff, and Jeff got hurt, so he was kind of out. But so then it was me, you, and Russ. We stayed competitive because we were trying to bust each other's ass in practice.
Oh, right? I remember that. I remember those practices.
Yeah, we used to go at each other. If I got put on the second unit, Les, I'm like, man, the hell with this shit. I'm gonna bust all their ass. And now Todd was saying the same thing. And I know Russ was. I know he was because he would want to go at Riley, want to go at me. And me and Russ used to go at it down low because it's like, I'm not going to bow down. I'm on the second team. And he's like, I'm trying to take your ass, E. And those were healthy, indicators for that. But then the guard spots, Earl and Smooth had free roam, which is fine. But they had nothing pushing them like during practice because they were playing against, and DP wasn't really ready yet. Neither was Ed Venezuela, right?
Right. You're absolutely right.
They had too easy of a road during practice. And then losing, believe it or not, though, Todd, we would have made it work. But losing Andrew Bynum, nobody understood how important that was. If he had stayed a regular 7'1" shot blocker, because he led the country in shot blocks until he got kicked off the team. That's when we were starting to make sense of it because we had a big man behind Riley. you know.
Mm.
But whatever happened happened, because when we got on the court, we tried to do what we had to do, you know.
Absolutely.
But I know for
Absolutely.
you, coming into that situation and not really knowing, but I tell you one thing that you do know, you had to stand on that damn cooler, didn't you?
Okay, okay. Yeah, I did have to stand on that cooler. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
So,
And
what's the
I
cooler?
did.
What's the cooler?
Go ahead, E.
Now you tell them.
It's a cooler for incoming players or incoming freshmen. In my case, incoming junior.
Mm-hmm.
And they made me stand on the cooler, and I think I had to sing something, right?
Yeah, you had to sing. How much you love being an LIU Blackbird.
LIU Blackbird. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I wish we had a tape of that.
It
I
was
forgot
like
about that,
him.
man.
When it says Todd, it was Todd, DP, and Eddie Benuela.
Eddie Villanueva.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but it was something to try to accept them in, you know. And
Right.
there was
Do you
nothing
remember the
harsh.
song? What was the song?
It was something I just made up. It's like you'd love to be an LIU
LIU
player,
Blackbird.
blah 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 blah. Something I don't remember it totally, man. But it was something to welcome them in and to see that there was kind of like, I guess, a leadership there, you know. And me, Riley, what was my idea? But Riley was a captain too, so he bought in. So I ain't gonna try and take full responsibility, man. He rest in peace. But I will for now, you know. But it was funny though, and DP brings up all the time. Derek Powell brings up all the time, you know. But we had fun with it, man. And I didn't want to. I don't think it would have been right to act like they're not part of the team. So right away, it's kind of like saying, "Come on in, fellas, y'all are down, but you gotta pay a price."
Yeah.
And it was more funny than anything else, man. And I'm pretty sure we went back to one of our rooms and celebrated everything afterwards anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You
You
know.
know, yeah, what's funny is, and what's ironic is us three, right? We were together at separate times.
Right. Yeah.
You was with Les at one time, and then my turn, I was with E, and then I was with Les.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's
That
like
connection.
and they were good you know, experiences. Because I know, Todd, I forgot to say this in the beginning, man. I wanted to tell you this. I know you were kind of reluctant, right, to do this, right? But I'm going to tell you, be quite honest with you, because me and Les kind of talked about it here and there, but he didn't know how I felt about it. And I wanted to do you because I thought you deserved it. Because you're my boy, man. So that's how I felt about it. You deserve for people to know who you are. And people that we interview, that's what Les and I say, like, I'll throw a name out there. And there was like no question. When I mentioned your name to Les, he was like, yeah, that's right. That's my boy right away, man. So, and no, but so far, I don't think anybody's name came like Les didn't respond as positive about anybody else that we've interviewed as yours.
Wow.
And like I said, but you know, we go back. So and some other experiences that occurred over the past couple of years, I felt you deserve this, man. I really do, man. And so I'm glad I convinced you to.
Yeah, because I'm like a background type guy. I don't want to be in the forefront, but I'll do my job in the forefront. But I'm really like a humble guy, especially except when I was on the court. It's like a different mentality comes into me.
Yeah.
On the basketball court. I don't know what you would call that, but on the basketball court, it's just my mindset and my heart is different than regular life. It's
yeah.
I go into another guy on the basketball court.
Oh yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being a backup singer, like if that's how you feel. But backup singers deserve attention too. It's my opinion. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I mean, Les is the one that gets the dunk. I'm the one that gets him the ball, but you're the one that pushed the ball up. So we all rolled with a role in the process, man. And I wanted to. That's why I said I wanted to get you out there, man, and because we hadn't talked for a while. So
right.
I just wanted. I was checking in on you anyway. So but the experiences were unbelievable. What made you kind of like stop playing the game after a while?
Okay. And actually, glad you mentioned that, man, because a lot of guys asked me, even when I was living in, when I was still living in Brooklyn, you know, everybody went to BRC to play in the 40 and over, 50 and over. With me, it was like when I stopped, couldn't do the things I wanted to do on the court or I was used to doing, I no longer wanted to play basketball, bro. I mean, it was like a certain level I was on, and then I seen myself not being able to do that any longer, and it took me like longer to recuperate, and that's when I said, you know, it's over. Some guys can hold on to it. Me, I didn't hold on to it. Once I left it, it was left. And that's what stopped me from going on into the leagues of BRC and all that. I just was ready to just hit, man. And then you know, I lost a lot of my drive when my brother passed. I mean, I kept playing for a couple of years, but it just didn't feel the same.
Right.
In my heart, it just didn't feel the same because in every summer league, I was used to playing with him on my team from the time that I started playing summer league. And my heart just wasn't in it any longer, E.
Right, right. And do you feel sometimes that you were stolen, that was stolen from you?
What do you mean? I don't get what you mean. It was
in the
stolen.
sense of like, you know, how your mindset, the death of, you know, your brother changed your thinking. You think maybe it's something that was kind of like taken away from, like someone stole something from you?
Yeah, they stole my brother.
Yeah.
They stole, I mean, God stole the one who introduced me to playing in summer leagues and across town and playing ball. Who roughed me up, man, who got me tough, mentally tough and physically tough. You know? And once that was gone, I was like, y'all gonna give me the tears in a minute, man.
But that's what he brought to the table. And I know that feeling because I remember him very, very well, man. And,
yo, Butch was a dude, man.
I'm
gonna cry now. Shit, you know.
I mean, there were, you know how, you know, yes, some people lead you into who you're going to be, right? And whether it's a family member or not, like you aspire to be like that person. Of all of the guys that played in our era, and people say, "Oh, you inspired, you did this and that," but quietly, because of action, you know, which Les and I were talking about being a sportsman, right? Les, we're talking about that like just a second ago, but he, like, you know, was like the chairman of all of those thinkings, man. Tough, hard, smart. He was kind of like a professional how he played. So it's kind of like he would beat your ass. He was like the very, very polished Ron Artest.
Ron Artest. That's what you told me the other day.
Yeah, a very polished one, because it wasn't like he was out of control with it. It had a level of smoothness to it. You know, like the sculpture wasn't rough. It was refined and cleaned and brushed. And, you know, so when you looked at it, it sparkled because he was hard, man. You know, and plus he made the game simple. A lot of people don't understand that, man. He did not waste basketball things. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I remember about it. It's like, and we were told it was like he's efficient. And listen, we talk about that all the time about being an efficient basketball player, and that's what Brooklyn basketball players were back in the day.
You know what the guys tell me? A lot of guys used to tell, and even Butch used to say this, right? I had more talent, but he had heart of a lion. And the things that didn't take up in talent, he came through because his heart was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I one of my best memories of Butch was just the fact that, like, when we all on that team, you know, the courtsman, and something happened. I think I might have passed on the ball, whatever. And it's the hug that he gave me, man. It was just so warm and welcoming. You know, it's like, yo, we all in this together, man. You know, and I mean, we hadn't really known each other that long, and it was like, oh, Yo, because I don't know how we all ended up at the Courtsman. Because
Right, right,
Ted Jones was an uptown guy. You
right.
know what I mean?
Exactly. We're
And
all
look
from
at the
Brooklyn. We're
right,
all
look at
from
the
Brooklyn.
guys we had on that team. You know, I don't know how that happened. Yeah,
That's another story. You know the deal with that Brooklyn stuff. That's another story. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because you know why? Because we go anywhere.
that's right. That's right.
We go anywhere. We
Yeah.
adapt. We adapt to any
Yeah,
situation.
we'll go to Iran, man, and play against, and then never not think about it, talk shit on the way and leave. And
Exactly, E. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But
and
to
the
bring it
guys
in full
uptown know
circle,
that. The
to
guys
bring it in
uptown know
full,
that, right?
yeah.
Right.
But to bring it in full circle, E, that's when I stopped playing because I no longer had that for ball no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to was it well not I'm not gonna I'm saying that for how I feel, but for you, was that hard? Did you think about that in that sense? I mean, or was it just, it just happened that way, or you honestly said, you know what, I'm done with this, and
And,
how hard was it to step away for you?
I mean, it was pretty hard, E, because you know what? And especially when I lived in Brooklyn, because I always had guys coming to me asking me to play. You know, always they wanted me to play on their team. And that was the most difficult part. Me, as far as mentally wise, I'm like, I don't want to play, but them coming to me and I'm like feeling obligated. Do I want to play or do I don't want to play? Yeah, but as far as me as an individual, no.
Yeah,
That was the end.
And plus
You know?
that, like you said before, one of your reasons, like the body not recovering, that had a big part. That was a big part of it, I believe, man.
And now we got to work, E. So we go to play Sundays because they played on Sundays. We got to go to work Monday.
Yeah.
And my body is not, I mean, I'm sore, man. I'm really sore.
Yeah. And I found myself constantly, and really constantly for real, be like, thinking, hey, it's Eric. I don't feel good today. And it's Monday. I'm serious, man. And I make up these reasons, hey, the master cylinder on my brakes broke. And the guy was like, how many times? On the third time? But because it wears the body is just not functioning like you said. And if you're a competitor, it's kind of hard, to continue it and to even substantiate a reason for wanting to do it. It's like, damn, let's want me to play in this. You think, it's like, and it's crazy, man.
And maybe if I would have been a pure shooter like you, E, I might have got over for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but I had to work for mine. I had to work for mine, bro.
Yeah, I hide on the wing. Yeah, definitely, man.
I hear that.
Yeah. But it's still hard though, man, because just the running, man, that's that was the hard part, and plus, like, for me, just drive. I kind of like said, you know what, because that's why, like, I never played with the course, man, or I didn't take, that time frame of playing serious. I was, winding down, and I was kind of happy for it because my body wasn't acting right, and and those things happen, man. But plus, like you said, the biggest thing is that hurt the next 2 days afterwards, man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I walk up the stairs now, man, and I'm like,
Look, because we're in the country now, Ian. We don't walk anywhere.
Yeah, that's right, man. And so you transitioned down to Raleigh now area. How you liking living in the South?
Well, I transitioned in 2014 down here because my wife, who says it was time to get out of Brooklyn, and she got me out of Brooklyn, and we moved to Raleigh 2014 of September, and got an apartment first, and we relocated a couple of times, and we finally bought a house in 2017, and it's called in Clayton. It's like the suburbs of Raleigh.
Okay.
It's like the upper scale of Raleigh, and we moved into there in 2017, and my wife passed in August of 2020. And my mom said, hey, you need to come down here, because I was losing it about then. Somebody you've been with for 25 years, that's your right hand.
Absolutely.
You know, she thought, I thought, you know, we already knew what each other was thinking. She had my back completely 100%, right, wrong, or indifference. They had my back. So I was kind of losing it. And my mom said, you need to come over here. So I packed my stuff and got out of there and came. Now I'm living in this town called Roanoke Rapids, which is my mother's hometown, right off the Virginia border off of 95. And I moved in with my mother for a month. Maybe 2 months. And on her sofa, bro, recuperating from the passing of my wife. Mm-hmm. And I got up and I rented an apartment from my uncle. It was a house, actually, a single home, rented that. And then I lived there for 2 years. And then I moved to I bought a house. I just recently bought a house in March.
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations, brother. Nice. Mm.
You know, thank God. God got me off, got me out of my head. And I was able to bounce back and achieve this right here. This is it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, it's big, huge carport, two sheds for my tools and stuff, and it's beautiful. This is my last space. This is my last resting place right here.
There you go. Yeah. So when's the barbecue, bro?
We've had a barbecue. We've had 2 barbecues already, but I don't know. That's hard work. I do it, man. But I don't know. But if I do, believe me, you 2 guys will be on the list to jet down to get your charter flights down here.
Sounds good.
Let's get one of them private jets, man, out there
from
South Jersey.
Yeah.
Man. I'll be driving.
Yeah, it's like maybe three and a half from you, E.
Yeah.
3.5.
And that's why I said like the Southern living, man, is definitely it's different, man. It definitely relaxes you, and I mean that tenseness of living up north, man, is definitely not. It's not in me. And people that I know that have moved here, they've kind of said the same thing.
I think it adds years to your life, if you ask me.
Yeah. And so does South Jersey too, man. Just to let you know.
Where are you at in South Jersey? Where are you at in South Jersey, Les?
I'm in Princeton.
Princeton. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand just how being close to New York and being in like that South Jersey area, that's a relaxation. It's expensive, to some degree, but it's a great place to be, man, and to be chilling, other than the snow,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do snow anymore.
Well, you know what? I live here, and where I live, I don't do snow either. They take care of it, so I yeah.
How far are you from Trenton?
Trenton's probably about 20 minutes. Because I'm right off of Route 1. So it's not that far.
Okay.
But like I can ride my bike to Princeton University, so that's how close I am, to that.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So that would be a pit stop if I'm driving to New York, because I would get there first.
Right.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna do that next time I drive there.
Okay.
Come see my man, Big Les.
Yo, I look forward to that, man. I give you a good hug, man. Shit.
All right.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to look through some of our pictures, man. 'Cause I had pictures of us when we were on the beach in Puerto Rico.
You stay with the pictures. You sent me the last pictures.
Yeah. Me, you, Butch.
Yeah.
What was that brother? There was this whole light-skinned brother. I don't know what his name was, man. Big Yellow Man,
Big Yellow Man, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Got a picture with that and with Kurt Joseph, Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to send me some of them pictures, man.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. Definitely, man.
Yeah, well, we got the page that's available, man. That all that information,
Yeah, so when I find the pictures, I'm gonna put it up on the page, man.
Got you.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tribute to you. Yes, sir.
It really feels good. I got to tell you guys this. I appreciate you guys bringing me on. I feel honored, actually, man. Thank you.
Yeah. I think. Go ahead, Les. I'm sorry.
I said it's our pleasure, man. Because Yo, like I said, like E said, man, when he said your name, I was like, yo, definitely, man. Come on, man. I'll make time so we can talk to Todd. You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, man. And like I said, man, it's like it was something that we had to do. And the intent is to get people to know who the warriors were during our time frame, and
Absolutely.
hopefully, as time goes on, we'll be touching base with
Yes.
guys that are older than us, or much older than us, guys that were younger, to
Mm-hmm.
give everyone an understanding of what we all went through together.
Right.
And like you said, that extension of spending time with this guy, playing with this guy, we've all had so many different experiences with each other,
Yeah.
and I think that is valued story, in my
Yeah.
Right.
opinion. And
Yeah.
it
Right.
makes you feel good to know, it should make you feel good to know that people care enough to want to hear your story.
Mm-hmm.
So as people watch it, and they'll experience it, and they say, you know what, Todd's a good guy because I blah 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 because of what he
Yeah.
said or whatever. And I just
Yeah.
think that it's important sharing your content of you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
That's
it was
right.
a
You know,
pleasure to
and
have you here.
another thing is that, I mean, there's not a lot of people in my life that I've met that, like, you can put the name up, and just knowing it was like in a box of time that you actually spent time with this person, that your memories are so good that you want to talk to them. You know what I mean? Because I
Yes.
mean, me and Eric, we know each other like since birth almost. Okay,
Right.
I've
Right.
known you in a small box, but those times were so special to me that I appreciate you, brother. You know what
Thank
I
you,
mean?
Les. Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thank you,
you.
brother. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how
Thank you.
Les rolls, man.
Yeah.
Les is the one that brings the tears out in people. Like
Yeah.
in other
You
words, he's
guys
the
sure did it
thoughtful one.
today. You guys did it today with me.
Yeah, because he's the thoughtful one, man. That's he owns that. He owns that. He's the key master on that, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. That's why I
Okay.
gotta look out for this guy, man. He
Yeah. Yeah.
surprise you every time, man. I'm telling you, I always say to people, every time when I was ill, and all the surgeries I've had, when I open up my eyes, the first person's face that I would see was my wife's.
Right.
And but like in the top three is this guy. It's like usually my wife, then my daughter, then Les. That's how the numbers always ran. And
That's
that's how
good
my
to have,
concern
man.
was. Yeah. And
That's
when you
good to
got that,
have.
yeah, when you have a relationship with somebody that has some value to it, man, I handcuff myself to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Forget that he can't get away, man. And I you guarantee that because it's a good feeling to know that there's a good brother out there, man. So and
That's
that's
good to
how,
have, man.
yeah, and that's it. We like that with you. It's just that our relationship's a little different. They have
Different.
different, attributes to them, but a
But
good
I
person.
actually really feel I really feel you guys. It's different, with other people, but you can actually feel you guys inside, that you actually really do care about a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Not fake phony, it's just real genuine care.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send you my bill later, okay?
Sure. 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 But you
Oh
know what?
man.
What you give is priceless, bro. You
Yeah,
can't
I
put a money
appreciate
value
that,
on that,
man.
bro.
Yeah, I mean, and that's and that's it's important. That's
Yeah.
how we all feel. So
Yeah.
with that being said, Todd, man, listen, this is another end to a very, very good show. Well, you got something to say, bro?
Yeah. I want to get out there to that resort that you had, bro.
Yo, that's where the real barbecue should be, man. I'm gonna set something up
Yes.
in the end of the
Yes.
summer. I'm serious.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting
Yeah,
for.
yeah. Les, serious. Les, I wanted to tell you on the side tip, Les, but serious, man. Like in the latter part of the summer, I'm gonna have
Okay.
something, man, and y'all all got to come down, man. Serious, man.
Definitely. Definitely,
You
brother.
know,
Definitely.
because that's like you said, that good living, man. We need to drag Les down here, man, and get him back in 1974 Puerto Rico form.
Uh-oh.
But not on the court form. I'm talking about the the casual on the beach, you know, that form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to that, brother.
Yeah, man, with your swim trunks, man, and that
I
frontal
got them
leaf.
on deck.
Yeah, and that frontal leaf.
I got that on deck too.
Good time. That sounds good.
I got clapped for that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, once again, everybody, man, we're at the end of another great show. Here with our brother Todd Person. Um, any last thoughts, Les?
No, man, this has been a pleasure, man. Shit, I'm good for the next 2 weeks, man. I see my brother, spoke to him. You know what I mean? We had some good times together. Much love, man. And hey, rest in peace to your brother. You know what I mean? He was a good man too. He was one of our brothers. And thank you for spending time with us.
Appreciate it, Les.
Okay, Todd, thank you very much, man, for being here on the show. Everybody, it's great talking with our brothers like we usually do on a weekly basis. Look forward to the next show, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
God bless.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.